phone. Where is my mobile? Call on my number. Maybe next room we check. So yesterday IP addressing we have to start today, na? So all of you are enjoying climate. Why you didn't came today? Yesterday? What up and gone? Yeah, na? Okay. So we are going to start IP addressing today, and in this IP address, I will teach you everything except subnetting. Okay, because subnetting is not required at this Linux level. That will be required when you are going to learn AWS. Okay. So read it carefully. Maybe if you didn't get chance to learn AWS from me, then on that time the trainer will just give you a short overview of this IP addressing and for that subnetting also, and directly he will move further. So maybe you will not get a clear idea related to the VPC and other things. You will be able to, but you will not be able to understand what value, what IP address I should use. You will not be able to take a decision by your own. So you just copy what he has given, same you will give and do the practical successfully. So overall objective of this IP addressing topic is, end of this topic you should be able to take a decision by your own that which IP address I should use for which purpose by your own without getting help from anyone. Okay, so that is the objective. So first of all, we will talk about the MAC address. Why it is important to know about the MAC address? Networking of the network troubleshooting, that is completely depend on the MAC address. Like when we talk about mobile phone, how we track any mobile phone? With mobile number. How we track any mobile number, mobile phone? IP address. IMEI number. Who gives IMEI number? Huh? Mobile manufacturer. And that will be unique for every mobile. Correct? Similarly, here in our network, for every interface means you have the Wi-Fi chip in your laptops, in your mobile phones. Similarly, there is a one port, LAN port we say, or network interface port, where we plug the network cables. So these all are commonly known as network interface card, NIC. whether it is a Wi-Fi or for the cable. So that network interface card comes with a number similar to the IMEI number, that is called here MAC address. And this MAC address is also defined by manufacturer. Like IMEI number cannot be changed. Similarly, MAC address also cannot be changed because it is defined by the manufacturer inside the chip. Okay, so that's why we cannot change. In the market, it is very common. We change the MAC address. We change MAC address, that is fact, but not for the chip. We change MAC address of the packet, the data packet, which starts from here. We change MAC address of that. So whenever any data packet travel from one device to another, there are three information inside it. Many informations are there, but three are the major. Source MAC address, destination MAC address. From where it is going, from where it started and where it has to go. Source IP address, destination IP address, and the source port number and destination port number. So in every packet, every data packet it will be. So MAC address is changed, but of data packet where it is defined in the header, the envelope, where it is defined source and destination MAC address. In that they are changing with the help of software. They are not changing for this chip. Is it clear? So MAC address we cannot change. So if someone is saying yes, we can change the MAC address, then you can check with him how you change the MAC address. They will say using the software, and using the software you are changing the MAC address of the packet which is initiating or starting from that interface or passing from that interface. So MAC address is a physical address integrated in network interface card of the device. It is of 48 bit in length. So 48 bit in length means, if I ask you what is the length of your name, so how you will calculate? You don't know. You will write on one paper, take a scale and measure. Correct? My name is of 10 centimeter or 1 meter. So how you will calculate? Number of characters. And then you will say that my name is of 5 characters, 6 characters. Installation started there. Stuck. So similarly, in our computer system, everything is calculated based on binaries. So binary means 0 and 1. So everything is either 0 or 1. Everything is converted in binaries, 0, 1. So what is the length? What is the size of data? What is the speed of data transfer? Everything is calculated in terms of binaries. So here also we are talking about binaries. So length 48 bit means what? If we talk about data units, one binary digit, whether it is a 0 or 1, equal to 1 bit. So 48 bit means 48 binary digit. When you are going to convert this address, it will use 48 binary digit. Clear here? Confusion? If you have, you can ask. Similarly, if we talk about 8 bit equal to 1 byte. So bit and byte is different. Okay. 1024 byte equal to 1 kilobyte, and bit is always referred with a small b, and byte is always referred with capital B. So this is the difference. So we see 1 GB gigabyte. But when we see the speed, there is a difference. I have taken 100 Mbps connection. Do we write like this? It will be written 100 Mbps. B will be a small megabit per second, not megabyte per second. So speed is always measured in bit per second and size is measured in byte. Is it clear? So that's why everywhere you will see movie 1.4 GB and their B will be capital, not small. Understood? Okay. So a speed is always data transfer speed is always measured in data transfer speed measured in bits per second. So that is the calculation. And data size is calculated in byte. Okay, byte, kilobyte, megabyte, like this. It uses the terms. So don't get confused. There is a common question related to the networking. If I have to transfer 1 GB data with a speed of 1 GB per second, so how much time it will take? 1 second. Huh? 1 minute. 1 minute equal to 60 seconds. अरे ऊपर का ऊपर उधर हाँ and just so if someone is going to ask you that 1 GB of data have to transfer 1 GB at a speed of 1 Gbps, how much time it will take? Hmm? Tell me the answer. You all are engineers, right? BTech. So your mathematics will be better than me. 1 minute. How many seconds in 1 minute? 60 seconds. So you have done BTech now, all of you. For me, I am a simple graduate. Hmm? Confused? So don't say any wrong answer or mark whenever there is a interview or online exams if they are asking this type of questions. 1 GB we are talking gigabyte and a speed we are talking gigabit. In bit and byte there is a difference of 8 times. Okay, so it will take 8 seconds. Just to prove the same. Convert bits and bytes. So 1 gigabit equal to how much byte? 1.25. Okay, let me change it. Data transfer rate. Wait. 1 GB to bits. Understood the difference? 1 gigabyte equal to 8 gigabit. Means the same. 8 seconds. Clear? It will take 8 seconds. So this in short we write as a KB, kilobyte. 1024. Now onwards it will run like this. 1024 equal to 1 megabyte. These are the data units. 1024 MB equal to 1 gigabyte. GB 1024 GB equal to 1 terabyte. TB. After terabyte, peta, hexa, iota, exa, lot of units are there. But as of now in market we are using terabytes. What happened? Still stuck. So is it clear? These all data units. Okay. Now, as we know about the number system, so how many number system we have? Hmm? We have na binary, decimal. So how many number system we have? All of you have done BTech from private college? Huh? Private college. Number system. So we have uh, binary number system. So binary, which is your base 10, sorry, base 2. It will be 0 or 1. Another is decimal. Decimal is base 10, 0 to then finished. Octal. Octal is base 8. How much? 0 to 7. Hexadecimal base 16. 0 to 9 and A to F. So these are the number systems. So MAC address is written in hexadecimal number system. Still stuck. What is the problem? You don't know. You are about to finish Linux and you don't know. After that, if you are not able to install Linux, what people will think? They will say you that you have wasted your money. You don't know how to install Linux. Check RAM of that laptop. How much is the RAM? Huh? 8 GB. Windows 10 does not run properly on 8 GB. She is having 8 GB of RAM. Already she has installed Kali Linux, one virtual machine. Then when you start installation, how much RAM it will get to run? Huh? Yeah, that's the reason. I told you directly now what is the problem. RAM is very less. So I think 2 GB Kali already taken. 2 GB this one has taken. So 4 GB remains for Windows 10 or 11. Do you think Windows 10 will run on 4 GB? That is the main reason. So the solution, you need Kali Linux removed. And instead of installing Linux in graphical environment, install it in command line environment. Command line, how you will install? Remove that also. And don't check mark in skip unattended installation. Okay. Select everything, next, finish, and leave it. Automatically, it will install everything in command line and it will be faster also. Done this all. So I hope now the data units and number systems are clear. Moving to MAC address. So it is 48 bit in length, represented in hexadecimal or written in hexadecimal. This line is clear for you all. Hmm? Now, first 24 bit is manufacturer ID. Like if I take a mobile number or SIM card from BSNL and you are also going to take from BSNL, in your mobile number and in my mobile number, will be there any similarities? No, there will not be any similarities. A starting 2 3 digit will be same, correct or not? If you remember earlier, 943 something BSNL, 99 something Airtel, Geo 62, it was a starting. Now lot of consumption are there, so they are generating some random type of number, but still they are maintaining some series company wise. So here in MAC address also, first 24 bit means half portion of the MAC address is manufacturer ID. If two chips are from the same manufacturer, it MAC address will be not same. Half of the MAC address will be same. Okay. Remaining half is the interface ID that will always change. Is it clear till here? So as we cannot do any type of changes, so only we can do what? We can see the MAC address. So how to check the MAC address? Go on the command prompt, write the command get MAC. So when you type get MAC, it will show you the MAC address. But you will not be able to identify which MAC address belongs to which interface. Correct? Because it is giving the UUID of that device. So we are not able to identify it belongs to Wi-Fi, it belongs to VMware interface. Problem. So we have another command ipconfig slash all. Ipconfig space slash all, and this command is going to give you the exact result that what is IP address of which interface. So this is wireless LAN adapter. It is from Realtek company. This is the MAC address. So MAC address is also known as physical address. This is the IP address. This is the subnet mask. This is the gateway, DSCP, DNS. All information we are able to get with the command ipconfig space /all. Okay. Now, if you see VMware, I have installed VMware also. So for VMware interface, what is the MAC address? And I will show you one more thing. This is from VMware, this interface. VMware network adapter, this is also VMware network adapter. You see the starting MAC address is same or not? Correct? This is for my Ethernet where I can plug the cable. For that we have this MAC address, media disconnected means cable is not clear. Any confusion in MAC address? So I hope you can check. Same way you can use ifconfig command in Linux to check the MAC address. Okay. Now coming to port address. Okay, and one more thing, this MAC address is known with many names. What are the names? MAC address, physical address, then hardware address. In Linux it will show hardware address. Then layer 2 address. Okay, so these are the different names which refers to MAC address. When we do troubleshooting that one device is not communicating with other device, on that time we check whether first device is getting MAC address of another device or not. So there are some protocols, ARP protocol, which help the first device to get MAC address of second device. Then the packet is constructed. So a lot of things are there in the networking. When you see, then you will come to know, like in CCNA if you have done or you are going to do, on that time you will come to know the importance of this MAC address in communication and troubleshooting both. Now, coming to the port address, what exactly is a port address? So, port address is related to the protocol. So, what exactly is a protocol? What is protocol? Set of rules. Very common definition. So, what set of rules? What exactly it is? So, we can say protocol is a set of rules which defines how communication will take place. So what is protocol? Set of rules which defines how communication will take place. Which communication? The specific communication. For example, in your house, if there is a marriage ceremony, so how you celebrate? There are some customs you are going to follow. Okay, like you have to go to temple, you have to call some priest, and you will arrange some puja and all. Then you will invite the guest, you will feed to some poor people, you will feed to your relatives. So a lot of customs are there, depends family to family. Similarly, when we talk about if there is a any funeral, so how you are going to perform that rituals, for that also there are different rules we need to follow. So for every incident or every event, we have different rules that we are following. We are not using the same method for all. Same way, in the networking, in the computer network, there are different types of communication. For example, I have to upload a file on server. This is one task. I have to send email to one user. That is a different task. Okay. So I have to access one machine remotely. I have to log in on one machine from here. That is a different task. So how this task will be performed, that is defined in protocol, and that's why we say protocol is set of rules. and there are different protocols for different communication types. Is it clear now? So in the world, whenever any protocol is developed, on that time, that protocol need to be registered. Like if you develop any website and you want to run your website and it should be accessible throughout the globe. So what you do first? Domain name registration. You go and check whether I can run this website with the name whatever is your name .com .net you want to run. Like besant.com I want to run. So I have to check first whether besant.com already used by someone or not. Okay. So similarly, whenever any protocol is developed, for its identification, for its uniqueness, one number is assigned and that number is called port number. Is it clear? So what is port number? Number assigned to any protocol while registration. Clear? So a numerical value assigned to each protocol. And who is going to assign? INA, Internet Assigned Number Authority. So like we have World Health Organization, we have UNICEF. Lot of organizations are there who is controlling lot of activities in the world. Similarly, we have INA which controls these protocols, IP address, domain names. These all things are controlled by INA in entire world to maintain the uniqueness. There should not be any duplicate or any conflict. Okay. So INA is going to assign a numerical value to any protocol where it is developed and registered, and they give the number from the range 1 to 65,535. Okay. So between this range, and one more thing, they are not giving in a sequence. Randomly they are giving the number, and this is of 16 bit in length. So when you convert this 65,535, it will use 16 binary digit. It is represented in decimal number system. So always it is represented in decimal number system. Now let us see how this INA looks. And what do you think? Where is INA? In Bangalore or Delhi? It is in US. Okay. And what is the work of this INA? Global coordination of DNS, IP address, and other internet protocol resource is performed by Internet Assigned Number Authority INA functions. So domain name registration, it's a database. Number resource means IP address, AS number. Protocol assignment means protocol registries, time zone database. These all things are maintained by INA. Clear? Then under the INA, we have RIR. Means INA is an organization there. Then they have RIRs, regional internet registries, where you can contact for that specific reason. Okay, just like central government, state government, then we have district magistrates. Similarly, we have. So RIR when we talk about here, you see till 2002, this entire world was divided in three RIRs, means three regions till 2002. After this, 2002 to 2005, in four RIRs. Then now it is divided into five RIRs. So here you can see Africa is totally isolated. Entire African countries are in a single RIR that is called Afrinic. And we Indian Chinese We all are brothers always, so we are always together. India, Nepal, China, Bangladesh, Taiwan, Vietnam, whatever countries are there, Japan, we all are together till Australia. So these all are together. India, Pakistan, I think this is Iran. Okay, Sri Lanka, these all are in APNIC, Asia Pacific Network Information Center. And this APNIC head office is in Australia. Understood? And this Europe and Russia, Middle East, all the Gulf countries, they all are in RIPE NCC. And America, you know, from the beginning, is separate. US and Canada. They are not with their own American countries even. Okay. So US, Canada separate, and the remaining American countries like we have Brazil, Paraguay. So these all are all together. Okay, in LACNIC. So this is how they have divided. So how is the organization? INA, RIR. Under the RIR we have ISP, Internet Service Provider. So every country have their own internet service provider. So if you need any service, you will not go to INA, you will not go to RIR, you will contact ISP, Internet Service Provider. And in India, how many ISPs we have? How many internet service provider we have? Geo, Airtel, BSNL. BSNL exists? Okay. So BSNL, then Vodafone Idea, then that's it. The major player is Tata Communication. You don't know about that. Tata Communication does not sell this mobile SIM card, but in internet, Tata Communication is there. Most of the corporates they are using Tata. Uh, uh, BSNL, BSNL. Yes, that's what I said. So, no, very soon it will become only for the Reliance. This entire thing. The second East India Company, which will establish in our India, that will be Reliance Industries. Okay, so I hope these things are clear. What exactly is the RIR? What exactly is the INA? Now the question comes that protocol like MAC address, we cannot do anything. It is defined by the manufacturer. Protocol port numbers, protocol developed by the developer, and port number defined by the INA. So where we can get the list? So we have to type list of TCP and UDP port numbers. Okay. So when you search this, you will get the complete list. Which port number is assigned to which protocol? See, 0 is reserved, 1 is for TCP MUX. Similarly, here you can see 22 for SSH, 23 for Telnet, 25 for SMTP, 20 for FTP. Like that, for every protocol, these port numbers are predefined by INA. And one more thing you can see, after 23, it is 25. 25, then directly 27. After this, some are in sequence, some are jumping. You see 58, 61. 80, 90, 100. After 119, 126, 135. So it is randomly assigned. It's not in a sequence. Clear? So we can get this list from here. So I hope this port number is clear. Any confusion? Okay. Now coming to the IP address. What exactly is the IP address? So IP address is a logical address. So who is going to define this IP address? Now here it comes power. We have the power that we can define IP address for any device. But that power is only inside our house. Understood? Inside our house means only in our LAN network we can give any IP address to any device. But when we are connected to internet and we are going to connect to internet, which IP address I will use there, that is decided by ISP, Internet Service Provider. So when you take internet connection, you cannot give choice number like your mobile numbers. So there they will give you the public IP address, which IP address you can use in this entire internet domain. Because when you connect to internet, you are connecting to entire world. You are connected to entire world. And if you select any choice number and he is also selecting the choice number, what will happen? Conflict of the IP address. So that's why the public IP address which is used in internet is controlled by ISP. So for every ISP, there is a range of public IP address given. This one you use for your customer, this one you use for your customer. And they are maintaining that database to avoid IP conflict. Is it clear? So IP address is a logical address used to identify a host or node in the network. So if you have to identify any device in the network, what we use? IP address. MAC address is also there, but just like a roll number. In our class, we use roll number for identification. Okay. So there are two versions of IP address, IP version 4 and IP version 6. So IP version 4 is of 32 bit, 6 is of 128 bit. So very soon IP version 4 is going to exhaust, means IP version 4 is going to exhaust means what? Public IP address, not the private IP address. Okay. So public IP address can be charged. Go. So public IP address is limited. So suppose for the Reliance they have given 1000 IP address and now Reliance is having 2000 customers. So what will happen? IP exhaust. So because of this, they have developed IP version 6. You see 32 bit. So in 32 bit, there will be almost, I think, 4 octillion or something. There is a number. And in 128 bit, we don't have words to say that how much is the address. Okay, so when you put 2 to the power 128, and you will come to know that how much is the number. So that much IP address is there. And they are expecting that another 100 years we don't need 100 or 200 years we don't need that IP address. It will not exhaust. IP version 4 is divided into 4 blocks. Why they have divided in 4 blocks? Why they have not given similar to port numbers? The reason behind that is, if IP address is not divided into 4 blocks, you will not be able to read that IP address. Okay. So for example, if you take this, so tell me what is this number? And the second IP address is, so can you pronounce and memorize this IP address? If like this we have the IP address of devices. Hmm? Why? You are not good in mathematics? So which format is better? Second one, first one. Understood? So the one who was developing, they are also human beings. They understand the mentality. So that's why they know it's very tough to memorize and pronounce. So they have divided this IP address, IP version 4 in 4 blocks. Generally, they will not ask this type of questions. But if they ask you why they have divided in 4 blocks, then we can say because to make this address readable. If they ask why only in 4 blocks, then what is the answer? That person who has designed this, he already died. If you have been alive, I can go and ask the question. Why 4, not 10? Why not in 2? Because there is no limit of any arguments. So people can ask question like this. Why in this 4? Why not in 3? Why not in 5? So then you can say like this. It was his own wish. Okay. Like you can ask one question to him. Like why this Andhra and Telangana is divided like this geographical area? Why not like this 50-50? Correct? They have divided like vertical, na? Why not horizontal? He will also not have answer. Because the bureaucrats and the politicians who were sitting there to design this map, they have taken decision, not the public. So similarly, we are not taking the decision to divide in 4 blocks. But the reason is there for everything. So that reason we know. But why this type of division, we don't. Now, this IP address is divided, IP version 4 is divided into classes, 5 classes. What was the reason to divide in classes? Because the network size can be a small, large, medium. Okay. So based on that, they have divided. So class A for large network. Why large network? Only first block will be used for network addressing and rest are for host addressing. Okay. So in a single network of class A, there will be 1 crore 67 lakh 77,000 and 216 IP address. So suppose in a single network, if we have this much number of IP address, we can connect this much number of device. Means that network will be very big, large network. Class B, 2 block network, 2 block host. So using this 2 block of host, we can have 65,536 IP address in a single network of class B. Class C, 3 blocks network, 1 block host. A small network because only 256 IP address in a single network. Class D is used for multicasting. Multicasting means when we do conferencing, audio conference, video conference, WhatsApp group, whatever we do, this multicast address is used as a destination address, as a group address. So we all are connected, we all are configuring the same multicast IP on our device and we are connecting. So when we send any message, that message goes to that IP as a destination IP and whoever are the member of that group, that conference, the message goes to all. The audio goes to all, video goes to all. Okay. So this multicast address is not used to configure on our devices. So class D IP is not used for configure on our devices. It is only used for multicast communication as a destination IP, as a group IP. Clear? Like just now you have joined this 8 a.m. Linux batch WhatsApp group. So which company SIM card you have taken to join this group? You have taken any special mobile number for that? You are using the existing one. Similarly here for the multicast communication, we don't need to change IP address of our devices. Just we have to join that group name. Similarly, we have to join that multicast IP address and we will be connected in the same group. Now, whoever is sharing any messages, call or video, that everyone can see. Class E is reserved. So class E is reserved means this class E, they have not given the concept where it is used. It is not used with the military. So if you have in your mind, forget it. Remove it from your mind. It's not used in military. Because I have seen NASA, I don't know they are using or not, but officially it's not mentioned anywhere that this class E IP address is used in which place. Directly they have written reserved. So don't give any commitment in your interviews that class E IP address is used for military or used for this NASA, ISRO, these type of things. Simple, it is reserved, concept is not publicly given. Now, as you can see, first block of all the IP address used to identify IP address class. Why? Because it is network, network, network. So there is a range for class A. Minimum starts from 000 and maximum 111. So 0 to 127. Why? Because they have given a concept first bit must be 0 in class A. Class B second bit must be 0. Class C third bit must be 0. Class D fourth bit must be 0. And class E is the last class. There is no limit. So that is why it is divided like this. Else they can divide 255 divided by 5 class, 51 IP address, 0 to 50, 51 to 100, like that they can divide. But they have divided based on the binary calculation. That's why the reason we have 0 to 127, 128 to 199. Understood? So what you have to memorize first, in which class how many blocks are network and how many blocks are host. The easiest way, A means 1, B means C, D 4. So directly you can say class B, how many network? 4. B means 2, so 2 network, and total block is 4. So if 2 is network, then remaining 2 is host. Class D, how many network? 4. A, B, C, D. If you forget like this also you can count. And how many hosts? 0, because there are only 4 blocks and 4 are network means there is no remaining host. So like this, first one is resolved. How to memorize? Second one, no solution, you have to memorize. Class A 0 to 127, class B 128 to 199, like this. Understood? And this is very important. Okay. So anyone is having class now? You have class? No? Okay. So just I will take another 5 minutes. Installation is going on. Now just tell me 100.192.123.10. This IP address belongs to which class? Class C. Huh? Class C or class A or class B? Class B. There is a one statement written on top. You read. Whenever we have to identify class of any IP address, we need to see the value of first block only. After that, whatever is written, we don't bother about it. Now you tell me it belongs to which class? Class A. Okay. Is it clear? And always keep in mind, as it is 8 bit, the maximum value will be 255, 0 to 255. Never your IP address will be more than 255. Okay. Value of your IP address will never be more than 255. Okay. This IP address belongs to which class? Class B, sure. Good. Both IP address are in the same network or different network. Let me make it simple. Same network, different network. This IP belongs to which class? Both are in same class. In class B, how many network? Two network. So we have to match value of two blocks. Two blocks values are same. If not same, they are not in same network. Understood the point? First, you have to identify the class. They are in the same class. Okay. In this class, how many blocks are network? Based on that, you will match the value of those blocks. If it is same, then they are in same network. If it is not same, they are not in same network. Now tell me, they are in same network or different network? Huh? Tell me, both IP address are in same network or different network? If things look very easy, it doesn't mean it's easy. There is something fishy. This IP address belongs to which class? How many network? Same or different network? Understood? So it's not a universal answer for all the IP address. The two blocks should be same. Based on the class which it belongs to, you have to check first and then you have to match whether the values are same or different. Accordingly, you have to answer. Clear? So next class we are going to have these types of IP address, okay, and other details. So I will take some time. If you are expecting to finish course fast, then it's not possible. What I have to teach, I will teach whether you want or not. That's the problem with me.